Alright, good morning everybody. We are here with break 370. It is another 25 Elite combo break and featuring a 25 Elite hobby case, a 25 Elite Priority Box, as well as a 25 Elite USA. Our team list for today: Broncos, Jeff Warnes; Raiders, Marko; Bulldogs, Adam Barber; Sharks, Brendan Flowers; Dolphins, David Wyatt; Titans, Duane Boserio; Manly, Adam Staples; Storm, Adam Barber; Knights, Jai Thornton; Cowboys, Garth Fallon; Eels, Steve Harris; Panthers, Jai Thornton; Rabbitohs, Brett Hudson; Dragons, Chris Barrett; Roosters, John Duffy; Warriors, Kevin Follis; and Tigers, Richard Harris. Oh, excuse me. We have everything here ready to go. Our USA and our priority box over there for the end. Let me switch back to the chat screen and our team list. Okay, alright. And drum roll, case card. Number 9, Tom Dearden for the Cowboys. Garth Fallon with the Cowboys today. Let's get the rest of these out. Let me out of my cage so I can watch. Oh, welcome, Jared. Morning, Jeff. Good luck, mate. New recruit, Stefano Utokamanu for the Storm. Sapphire Mojo, Jack Williams. Number 12. Connor Tracy, parallel for the Bulldogs. Marquee, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. I am aiming to do break 371 about 2 o'clock. I'm hoping I can get all the pictures and everything done and have a quick feed and get back into it. Gold Marquee, Ruben Cotter, number 26. That may push out to about 2:30, but I'm aiming for 2 o'clock. That's my goal. Warriors parallel checklist. New recruit Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Adam Fanua Blake, new recruit for the Sharks. Dally M, Abby Church for the Eels. Dragons parallel checklist. Lauren Brown in the reps. Marquee, Samai Matorfa for the Raiders. Bo Fermor parallel for the Titans. Knights in the Masters series. Patrick Carrigan parallel for Broncos. Angus Crichton in the reps. Black Young Gun. Jackson Purdue for the Cowboys, number 7. Nico Hines, parallel for the Sharks. I was just admiring that signature. It's a nice, simple, clean. James Schiller, new recruit for the Knights. Marky Mark. Thanks, mate. Vegas for the Sharks, Nico Hines. Fletcher Sharp, parallel for the Knights. Marquee, David Fafita for the Titans. Reps, Kalen Ponga. Ruby Mojo, number 46. Matt Burton for the Bulldogs. Apasai Coruscant, parallel for the Tigers. Zach Lomax, Dally M for the Dragons. Keon Kolomatangi, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Fifth last packet for our first box. White Young Gun. Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs, number 99. Jermaine Isako, parallel for the Dolphins. In the reps, Julia Robinson for the Jillaroos. Junior Paulo, parallel for the Eels. New recruit, Mark for the Roosters. Matthew Tomoko for the Raiders in the Vegas. Jamal Fogarty parallel for the Raiders. Let's get into box number 2. Tommy Dearden, marquee for the Cowboys. Murray Talagi, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit, James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. Olivia Koenig, Dally M for the Roosters. Dominic Young, parallel for the Roosters. Marquee, Adam Fanua-Blake for the Sharks. Spotlight booklet, number 33. Jaden Brayley for the Knights. Just looking at the jerseys. Parallel Rabbitohs checklist. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. New recruit Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Tiana Penatani in the Jillaroos for the Vegas. Manly parallel checklist. Lindsay Collins, Rep Stars. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Isaiah Katoa, parallel for Dolphins. Xavier Coates in the Rep Stars. Nathan Cleary in the Vegas for Panthers. Jermaine Hopgood, parallel for the Eels. Ruby Mojo, number 19. Isaiah Yeo for Panthers. Valentine Holmes, parallel for the Dragons. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for Storm. New recruit, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Marquee, Keezy Apps for the Tigers. If you hadn't seen, Sapphires and Mojos are now up. Obviously, it's only what we've been able to open so far. I did notice some more rubies already on the table. Isaiah Yeo, Dally M for Panthers. Regan Campbell Gillard, parallel for the Titans. So, worst case scenario, you can now update your wish list for those categories. New recruit, Stefano Utakamanu for Storm. And get a notification once we get a chance to bust one. Wyatt Young Guns, number 188. Max Plath for the Dolphins. G'day, Nick. Corey Horsburgh, parallel for the Raiders. In the reps, Millie Elliott for the Gillaroos. Shanice Parker in the rep stars. Got it, brought it, thanks. Pink Diamonds, Romy Tietzel, number 52 for the Broncos. Not gonna lie, that sounds like Daft Punk there. Bit of music behind that, Nick, and got your next song, mate. Gerald Skeleton, parallel for the Tigers. New recruit, James Schiller for the Knights. Emerald Mojo, number 10. Zach Lomax for the Eels. Parallel, James Schiller for the Knights. Alright, another box down. Keely Joseph in the rep stars. Ruby Mojo, number 47. Big Tino for the Titans. Not that I'm aware. Luke Metcalf, parallel for the Warriors. You with us, Peter Lowe? Marquee, Liam Martin for Panthers. Corey Horsburgh in the Vegas for Raiders. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit, Asaya for Panthers. Dylan Edwards, Vegas for Panthers. Tom Gilbert, parallel for Dolphins. Dylan Edwards in the reps. Marquee Payne Huss for the Broncos. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. New recruit Chad Townsend for the Roosters. In the Blues Master Series, Eliza Katoa, parallel for Storm. Jess Surgis in the reps. Parallel Jacob Little for the Dragons. New recruit Shabarsky for the Broncos. Marquee James Tedesco for the Roosters. Dally M. Eliza Katoa for Storm. Parallel Cameron McInnes for the Sharks. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. Young Guns Charlie Agaimer for the Eels, number 15. Parallel Panthers checklist. New recruit Clint Gufferson for the Dragons. Pink Diamond Georgia Roach, number 17 for the Knights. Jesse Arthurs, parallel for the Broncos. James Fisher Harris in the reps. And gold marquee Valentine Holmes for the Dragons, number 46. Jake Jabojevich, parallel for Manly. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Black Young Guns, number 119, Ilakovac. What a game he played. Ruben Cotter, parallel for the Cowboys. Dally M. Simon Matorfa for the Raiders. Marcelo Montoya, parallel for Bulldogs. And that's another box done. Box number 3. Quincy Dodd in the reps. Marquee, the hammer for Dolphins. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for the Dolphins. Harry Grant in the reps. New recruit John Bateman for Cowboys. Dally M. Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. GeoffnEileen, parallel for the Eels. Jamie Chapman, reps. In the Knights, number 63, we have the Master Series 6. Bulldogs parallel checklist. Marquee Mitchell Moses for the Eels. Dally M. Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit for Manly. New recruit Daniel Saifiti for the Dolphins. White Young Guns, Thomas Duffy for the Cowboys, number 46. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. Ali Bringshaw in the Gillaroos reps. Emerald Mojo. Number 2, Wade Egan for the Warriors. Zio, parallel for Panthers. New recruit Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Number 45, Christian Pio for the Tigers, pink diamond, number 45. Luke Brooks, parallel for Manly. Jerome Hughes, parallel for Storm. Ruby Mojo, Ruben Cotter, number 22 for the Cowboys. Adam Pompey, parallel for the Warriors. Kira Dibb, marquee for the Cowboys. 5 packets left for box number 4. A Vegas, Paul Alamotti for Panthers. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. New recruit Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Masters Series in the Blues. Marky Mark, parallel for Roosters. In the Gillaroos, Isabel Kelly for Vegas. Jack Wyatt, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Box number 4 done and dusted. New recruit Blaze Talagi for Panthers. Dally M. Jerome Hughes for Storm. Tommy Turbo, parallel for Manly. Gold marquee, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Number 80. Will Warbrick, parallel for Storm. Zach Lomax in the marquee for the Eels. Kennedy Sherrington in the reps. New recruit Regan Campbell-Gillard for the Titans. Vegas Blake Brayley for the Sharks. Lachlan Ilias parallel for the Dragons. New recruit Asaya Ayongi for the Eels. White Young Guns, Kai Pearce Paul for the Knights, number 94. Cowboys parallel checklist. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series, Zach was in everything last night. Big Tino parallel for Titans. Ben Hunt in the reps. Yes, I was swearing I didn't watch it. Let me tell you, I was somewhere in between asleep and getting kids to bed. Matthew Tomoko parallel for the Raiders. Hudson Young, Vegas for the Raiders. Ben Hunt parallel for Broncos. Jaden Campbell in the reps. Ruby Mojo, number 22. Chance Nicole Clockster for the Warriors. Ronaldo Mortalo for the Sharks. New recruit Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. New recruit Marky Mark for the Roosters. Dali M. Stacey Waka for the Broncos. Jacob Preston parallel for the Bulldogs. Yasmin Clydesdale reps. Black Young Guns. Blaze Talagi for Panthers, number 155. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Marquee Big Tino for the Titans. Chance Nico Klokstad, parallel for the Warriors. Marquee Valami Kickout for Bulldogs. New recruit Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Last packet, box number 5. BD. And a big BD at that. Number 6. Reece Walsh for the Broncos. Spencer Lenu, parallel for the Roosters. Kalen Ponga, make marquee for the Knights. Definitely top hit. Especially to a team collector if they're doing the BDs, because yeah, that one wouldn't be cheap. Kimberly Hunt, Dally M for the Dragons. I haven't seen one for sale yet, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, Roosters checklist. Same as the Clearys. You see them on eBay and that, the crazy ones. Stephen Crichton, Dally M for the Bulldogs. Dream Buller, parallel for Tigers. New recruit Matt Arthur for the Knights. Do you know, Nick, that's actually cheaper than what I was expecting to have seen them for. Jack Howarth, White Young Guns, number 56. In the collection, nice. Straight to the pool room. Leo Thompson, parallel for the Knights. Cameron Murray for the Reps. Sapphire Mojo, number 18. Mr. Dry Grey for the Rabbitohs. Hudson. Dry Grey, definitely very popular. Tyrone Munro, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Not sure if he's quite hit the Reece Walsh and Cleary and what Ponga and that was, but I think you might see an increase in the next 6 to 12 months. New recruit Shabarsky for the Broncos. Being at the game, Titans versus Rabbitohs, he was very cheered on, very supported. Max Plath, parallel for the Dolphins. In the Knights Masters Series, Lamy Kickout, parallel for the Bulldogs. Dane Gagai in the reps. White League Sensations, number 22, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Yeah, that's what I thought, Garth, about there. That's what you'd see. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Reece Walsh in the marquee for the Broncos. Vegas, Ethan Strange for Raiders. Eels parallel checklist. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. New recruit, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Marquee, Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Xavier Coates, parallel for Storm. New recruit, Hohepa Peru for the Sharks. Vegas, Liam Martin for Panthers. Tyrell Sloan, parallel for the Dragons. Shannon Mato in the reps. Jemima Torfa in the Gillaroos. Ruby Mojo, number 20. Elias Katoa for the Storm. David Fafita, parallel for Titans. 2 packets left for box number 6. Lazarus, new recruit for Storm. And Golden Age, number 10 for the Sharks. Xavier Savage, parallel for Raiders. And that's the end of the box. Lily Ann Wyatt in the reps. White League Sensations, number 93. Jamal Fogarty for the Raiders. Ruben Garrick, parallel for Manly. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. Ruby Mojo, Ryan Madison for the Eels, number 44. Sharks parallel checklist. Marquee Jamie Chapman for the Titans. Daly M. Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. Parallel Harry Grant for Storm. New recruit Jazz Tavega for Manly. Gold Marquee Valami Kickout for the Bulldogs, number 73. Tigers parallel checklist. Hey Alex, welcome mate. New recruit Matt Arthur for the Knights. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series. Kalen Ponga, parallel for Knights. In the Gillaroos, Tamika Upton. Vegas, Jessica Surgis for the Gillaroos. Jai Arrow, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Sanua Taruva for Tigers. Happy Sunday. Double break day. Dally M, Julia Robinson and Sheridan Gallagher. Jackson Purdue, parallel for Cowboys. Tommy Turbo, reps for Manly. Yes, but I didn't get to watch it last night, so I didn't find out till this morning. Big Papa, marquee for the Raiders. James Tedesco, parallel for Roosters. Aiming for 2 o'clock. New recruit Aaron Clark for the Warriors. And we're pumping through this one, so Samuel Stone Street, White Young Gun, number 104 for the Sharks. Didn't miss much, terrible game. I guess that depends on which side of the fence you're sitting on, hey? Clint Gutherson, parallel for the Dragons. You'll have to think up a trivia question. Reece Walsh in the reps. Parallel Alexander Brimson for the Titans. Vegas Jackson Ford for the Warriors. Dylan Edwards parallel for Panthers. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. Name the father son who played for different states. Marky Mark Sapphire for the Roosters, number 16. Sebastian Chris parallel for the Raiders. Yeah, right. Marquee Adelan Witeen Zalesniak for the Warriors, and that finishes off the box. New recruit John Bateman for the Cowboys. White Young Guns Jacob Laban for the Warriors, 168. Dylan Brown parallel for the Eels. Free Chester in the reps. New recruit Jamie Humphreys for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Zach Lomax for the Eels. Braden Trindle, a Vegas for the Sharks. Jerome Luai, parallel for Tigers. The Hammer reps in the Kangaroos. Ruby Mojo, number 3 for the Hammer. Knights parallel checklist. New recruit, Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. And our spotlight patch, number 48, Jack Bostock for the Dolphins. Jai Gray parallel for the Rabbitohs. Sapphire Mojo, Paul Alamotti for Panthers, number 8. Stephen Crichton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Parallel, Liam Martin for Panthers. Not a bad run, 7.5 boxes in an hour. That's a good ratio. Daniel Saifiti, new recruit for the Dolphins. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Vegas for the Warriors. Mitchell Barnett, parallel for the Warriors. Yes, the Vegas are quite nice. Jesse Southwell, marquee for the Knights. Golden Age, number 109 for the Warriors. Warriors not having a bad run today. Corey Pay, parallel with the Broncos. New recruit for Manly. Knights in the Masters series. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. Zach Lomax in the reps. No worries, Alex. All good, mate. Shannon Mato, Dalium for Titans. Mawaki Fotowaka, parallel for Titans. Taron Aiken in the reps for the Gillaroos. Marquise Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Joseph Tarpanay, parallel for the Raiders. Marquee Tommy Turbo for Manly. Last packet for box number 8. Dally M, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Jeremy Marshall King, parallel for Dolphins. And box number 8, done and dusted. Excuse me. Pink Diamond, Tiana Penatani for the Sharks, number 58. Reece Walsh, parallel for Broncos. New recruit, Jazz Tavega for Manly. Parallel, Kale Iro for the Sharks. Marquee, Joseph Tarpanay for the Raiders. New recruit, Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. Vegas, Wade Egan for the Warriors. Adam Dewey, parallel for the Tigers. Isaiah Yo in the reps. The Raiders one. Black League Sensations. Number 20 for the Broncos, Ben Hunt. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. New recruit, Sanua Taruva for the Tigers. No, I've seen the most of the Raiders one. Blues Masters Series. Amali Olaka-Atu, parallel for Manly. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see in the corner back there, but I was sitting there finishing off those sets watching the game. They're all base sets waiting to go in albums. Julia Robinson, Vegas for the Gillaroos. Tommy Dearden, parallel for the Cowboys. No, but I did hear that. I did read it and forgot about it. I wonder why. Ruby Mojo, Raiders checklist, number 13. Oh, yes, it is. Dolphins parallel checklist. Yep. New recruit, Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Sapphire Mojo, number 26. Storm checklist. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. Marquee, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Dally M, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Jamie Humphries, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Yes, don't know. Payne Huss in the reps. Dally M, Jack Bostock for the Dolphins. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit for the Dolphins. White Young Gun, Liam Henry for Panthers. 114. Harley, parallel for Warriors. Third last packet for our 9th box. Kira Dibb in the reps. Marquee, Jack Whiten for the Rabbitohs. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for Knights. And last pack for the box. New recruit, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. Let's get into box number 10. In the reps, Connor Watson. Golden Age, number 42 for the Broncos. Jaden Sewer, parallel for the Dragons. New recruit, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Christian Ruby Mojo, number 38. Keanu Kinney, parallel for Titans. Marquee, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Marquee in the gold, Jesse Southwell for the Knights, number 48. Parallel, Ethan Strange for the Raiders. New recruit Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. Master Series in the Kangaroos. Sanua Taruva, parallel for Tigers. DCE in the reps. Black Young Guns. Fletcher Sharp for the Knights, number 131. Tyson Frizzell, parallel for the Knights. Vegas, Jesse Ramian for the Sharks. Paul Alamotti, parallel for Panthers. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. Marquee Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm. Daly M. Harry Grant for Storm. Sandon Smith, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit Asaya for Panthers. New recruit Clint Gufferson for the Dragons. Daly M. Millie Elliott for the Roosters. Broncos Selwyn Cobbo, parallel. In the reps, Olivia Koenig for the Blues. Marquee Jerome Luai for Tigers. Braden Trindle, parallel for the Sharks. In the reps, Keezy Apps for the Jillaroos. Pink Diamond, Mahalia Murphy for the Eels, number 41. Daly Cherry Evans, parallel for Manly. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Vegas, Chance Nico Klokstad for the Warriors. Sam McIntyre, parallel for Cowboys. White Young Gun, Bailey Haywood for the Bulldogs, number 34. Storm parallel checklist. Alright, that's the end of the case. Let's get our USA box done. Keezy Apps in the Jillaroos. Super Boots, number 12. Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. In the reps, Connor Watson. Marquee Hammer for the Dolphins. Black Young Guns, Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers, number 137. Ali for the Warriors. Gold marquee, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors, number 65. That number placement is terrible on these ones. That diagonal line. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. Yes, there's no cases. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. I have no idea what's going on, but I know something's going on with stock not showing, guys. Once I'm finished, I'll have a look and see what's going on. Dally M, Eliza Katoa for Storm. Dolphins parallel checklist. Marquee, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. White Young Guns, Jack Howarth for Storm, number 48. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. Stars and Stripes, Fletcher Sharp for the Knights, number 35. New recruit, Marky Mark for the Roosters. Stars and Stripes, Big Papa for the Raiders, number 34. New recruit, James Schiller for the Knights. Holly May Dodd, pink diamond for the Raiders, number 63. Jamie Humphries, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Victor Radley, a Ruby Mojo for the Roosters, number 23. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. New recruit, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Vegas, Dylan Edwards for the Panthers. Big Tino, parallel for the Titans. In the reps, Olivia Koenig. Marquee, David Fafita for the Titans. Matthew Tomoko, parallel for the Raiders. New recruit, Stefano Utikamanu for the Storm. Dally M, Samama Torfa for the Raiders. Adam Dewey, parallel for the Tigers. Vegas, Corey Horsburgh for the Raiders. Reece Walsh, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit, Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Blues in the Masters Series, Kale Iro, parallel for Sharks. Dally Cherry Evans in the reps. Alright, last box for the break is our priority. New recruit, Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. Dally M, Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Adam Dewey, parallel for the Tigers. Isaiah Yo for the reps. Marquee Valami Kickout for the Bulldogs in the priority number 26. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. Marcelo Montoya, new recruit for the Bulldogs. Vegas, Braden Trindle for the Sharks. Jamie Humphries, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Payne Huss in the reps. Pink Diamond. Shannon Mato for the Titans, number 61. There you go. Dolphins parallel checklist. Sanua Taruva, new recruit for Tigers. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series. Is Alex still going to be banned from dibs cards until I get mine? You have to talk to Glenn about that one, mate. I'm holding Olika R2 for Manly. Sounds like it. Just for Jared and Alex. Jesse Arthur's in the reps. White League Sensations. Number 81. Dave Feta for the Titans. Tommy Dearden, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Well, hit 19 straight wins on grand final. That's pretty cool. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck of Vegas for the Warriors. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. Not only setting the record for the women's, but matching the men's. That's yeah. Jesse Southwell, marquee for the Knights. Number 1. Dally M, Harry Grant for the Storm. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit for the Dolphins. Marquee Payne Huss for the Broncos, number 34. Gold marquee Tiana Penatani for the Sharks, number 56. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. Young Gun Priority, number 3, Bailey Haywood for the Bulldogs. Ali for the Warriors, parallel. 4 packets left for the break, guys. Kira Dib in the reps. Reese Walsh, parallel for Broncos. New recruit Jazz Tavega for Manly. And last but not least, Ruby Mojo, number 22, Knights Checklist. Kale Iro, parallel for the Sharks to finish us off. Alright, so first up we'll do our Julia Robinson and Sheridan Gallagher Dally M card, randomised between the 2 teams. I've got bits and pieces of packets everywhere. Then we'll do our Gillaroos cards, followed by our Masters Series cards, which includes the Knights, number 63, Andrew John's signature in the Masters Series. So let's get that done. Indigenous Reps card, Kira Dib. Did he get you a bit excited there, Jared? Alright, almost forgot to change it again. There we go. Alright, there we go. Broncos Knights for the Dally M card, number 1, number 2, and number 3, Jeff Warnes with the Broncos. Alright, let's refresh. Unlucky. Alright. This is for the Gillaroos, number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3, Jeff Warnes with the Broncos again. Keezy Apps card sitting on top there, Jared. Alright, one last time, but most importantly for that Masters Series Knights signature, number 1, number 2, lucky last, number 3, Marko with the Raiders. Congratulations. Thank you to everyone for being a part of it. Don't forget to check out the available spots still on the website. And there is also a break update post in the group which has all the break times, available spots. Yeah. So if you're interested in the breaks, find that in the Facebook group. It will tell you everything that's going on, including your break time if you're already in a break. Alright, that's it. That's all. Plan to see you again at